Hello everybody, welcome here to Musician's Edition. I'm Evan on the piano, and in this video we will go over augmented chords on the piano. This is part of my chord series I've been doing here on Musician's Edition, going over all different kinds of chords here on piano. I just recently did diminished chords, and augmented are related to those because they both deal with changes to the fifth. So you can see that in this picture here. We went over diminished, which is the lowered fifth, or G, in a standard C, E, G chord. To make that diminished, we lower the fifth. To make it augmented, we would raise the fifth. Just the difference there being that diminished chords will often go with a minor. So we would do that diminished chord with C, E flat, and G flat. And now when we're raising the fifth to be augmented, we're going to use it with a major chord. So we're going to use C, E, and G sharp. So that's going to be our standard major to augmented. Just raising that fifth. Standard, augmented. Versus diminished, we're looking at those minor chords, changing a minor chord from C, E flat, G to G flat. So if you want to learn more about diminished chords, if you're not familiar, go ahead and check out my other video on it. We will dive a bit more into augmented chords here though. So our augmented chord, looking at the spacing between these, we can see that each space is a major third apart, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 notes from C to E, and 1, 2, 3, 4 notes from E to G sharp. 2 major thirds. All right, so you can see that there in our gaps between these. And a name for these is C+. So that could be a name you see this written out as. Sometimes it's C aug, A-U-G, but other times it'll be C+, just so you're not confused when you do see this. So we can look at those gaps of major, third, or you can just know your standard major chords and you're just gonna raise the fifth. So just like we did with C to that augmented fifth, we can go to any major chord. Let's look at E major. Raise that fifth to C. All right, we can go to A major, raise that fifth, which is E, to F. There it is. Go ahead and look at G major. We need to raise this fifth up 1. We're going to go to D sharp instead of D. So not always changing to a new white note, but it's always just a half step up, like this G major augmented chord here. Go ahead and look at F, augmented. What are we going to raise? What are we going to change? Find that fifth, which is C. We need to raise it a half step to C sharp. That is now F augmented, or F plus, whatever it is. So go ahead and compare the sounds, and you can think about how this might be used. Compare the sounds of that regular major to that augmented. What do you think you get? Maybe look at another one. A. We definitely hear more tension, we hear less stability, and this is the same kind of traits that we got with our diminished chords. We get a less stable chord versus the standard one. The standard one being the standard major chord. So same effect as what a diminished did to a standard minor chord. They both add a bit of tension, and they both have something that wants to resolve on either the standard chord or onto a different chord. So it could resolve back to the standard C, or it could resolve to a completely different chord. For example, we could have one example we'll look at later is going to be the E augmented landing back to A. So E augmented, we can use some inversions back to A. So we could have it resolving to a different chord or back to its same chord. But this is not a stable point no matter what. This is more of a transition as leading us to a different chord. So this is commonly used. You'll see it in some rock songs, some modern songs. It is most common in classical, and it's a pretty advanced kind of a complex chord used in complex chord progressions, but we can find it sometimes in modern music. A good example of an augmented chord is in the song "Oh Darling" by the Beatles, and they use it in a pretty common way where you will have the augmented 5-chord of your progression leading you back to the 1. So that's what I actually just did with that E to A. So in the A major progression, which is what Oh Darling is in, is A major, the E chord is the 5 chord, and we usually resolve that back to the 1, and in this case we're going to resolve a 5 augmented back to the 1. So, Oh Darling uses this at the very beginning of the song. The very first chord in the song is an augmented E that is going to shift us into the A, which starts the verse. And then this augmented E comes back at the end of every chorus to launch us back into the verse again, kind of giving us that transition, holding point before we launch ourselves back into the standard progression that's in the verses. So we can hear that, how they use it in the song. We're going to find that E chord. How do we make this E into E augmented? We need to change that fifth. The fifth is B. We're going to raise that B to C. All right. So we're going to move from this augmented E over to our A chord, and that's where it's going to resolve is onto the 1. So we can find that 1. They play it as an inversion in the song, but you could just play standard A, C sharp, E. But they just do an inversion where the C sharp and E are down here, and A is the highest note. Just the note, the order of the notes flipped around for that inversion. We can play the low A here as well too. So we're going to go from E, G sharp, C, and they also play higher E here, to A, C sharp, E with A right here. They play with those staccato hits all through that song, Oh Darling by the Beatles. So let's hear that one more time. All right, as opposed to, let's compare it to a standard E chord. If we let ourselves in like this, and the difference I think is that it's really showing you that that first chord is not going to be the scale we're in. We learn from this chord kind of being unstable that that's just our transition point before we go into the main progression. So that you don't get confused by hearing a regular stable E major chord thinking that's the real start of the progression. You add some color to it, a little tension to it, so that we can launch ourselves into what is the real progression starting from A. So I think that's a great use of this transitional chord leading us into the main progression. That's a great way you can use augmented chords. So I think that is a great way that they use the augmented chords in this song, and a common way that you will likely come across it as well too. So I hope that helps you figure out everything you need to know for augmented chords. Hope that helps, and we'll see you next time.